Black people in America, listen up. You are being erased from the workforce. You're being erased from history. You're being erased, period. 1.4 million black people unemployed, by the way. 2019, the black unemployment rate was 6.1. Mind you, the national average was like a 3 to a 4, so that's way higher than the national average. 2020, because of COVID, it was.
Hey guys, let's talk about something that should be headline news everywhere, but somehow isn't. Black American unemployment is sitting at 8.3%, and the silence around it is loud. No breaking news, no emergency panels, no national outreach. When unemployment affects other groups, it's treated like a crisis, but when it's Black America, it brushes off like background noise. This isn't just about numbers, this is about families, communities, and generations still paying the price for economic system that were never designed to work for them. The most dangerous part isn't the unemployment itself, it's the fact that nobody seems to be talking about it.
Black people in America, listen up. You are being erased from the workforce. You're being erased from history. You're being erased, period. 1.4 million black people unemployed, by the way. 2019, the black unemployment rate was 6.1. Mind you, the national average was like a 3 to a 4, so that's way higher than the national average. 2020, because of COVID, it was 16% in the middle of 2020. And at the end of 2020, it was about 10%. 2021, when the economy started to reopen, it went down to 7%. 2022, as y'all know, the economy reopening and reopening, it was 6.2%. Kept going down. It went down to 5 the next year. And then in 2024, like the end of the year, it went up a bit. This administration is purposely and actively unemploying black people. They're purposely doing it. So when you see Trump on stage trying to give black people flowers, he's lying. He's actively contributing to your erasure. Actively. Look up the 200 words they're trying to get rid of in Head Start. Hell, they was trying to get rid of Head Start. I went to fucking Head Start. Like, that shit is crazy as hell. They're trying to get rid of racialized words in preschool. First of all, the black unemployment rate is way too high anyway. The national rate is 4.6. Why is black Americans' unemployment rate fucking 5 point anything when the national rate is 4.6? That doesn't make any fucking sense. Anyway, they're already trying to unemploy black people, right? I don't want to hear shit about white people claiming y'all don't have privilege because y'all national rate only went up during COVID. It went up to 7.2. Ours went up to 16%, then went down to 10. And then y'all's came down the next year. It went back. Yes, there is a systematic issue with race in this country. Obviously, right? Obviously, they're using that systematic issue to try to make black people the fall guy, the bottom of the totem pole, so people can punch down on them, especially poor white people. They made everything black people's fault, so the poor white people can have somebody to blame. Well, the whole time, y'all still have privilege. We know race is a social construct. It was made up, whatever. But those effects still affect black people in America. It does not matter if it was made up, because even if it was made up, the people still believe it, and that's what they were counting on.
Hey y'all, this is concerning because the black unemployment rate is at 8.3%. That's double the national average. So our unemployment rates have gone from the lowest under President Biden to the highest in less than 2 years. Again, less than 2 years. So this is orchestrated, very much orchestrated by the Trump administration to defund the black community with a mass firing. We know after he was inaugurated, the very next day, he issued this executive order to roll back DEI and also the civil rights protections of the 1964 Civil Rights Act that banned employment discrimination. State Senator Ayanna Pressley from Texas did have a press conference addressing the more than 300,000 black women that were fired. And if you know any updates on that, if the Trump administration has addressed that disparity, please write it down in the comments. But I have not seen where he has tried to even remotely talk about the disproportionate impact of his policies on black women. Well, you all, what do you think? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Please like and share.
If the unemployment rates for any other race of people got anywhere near 8%, all hell would break loose, bro. These people would start bringing guillotines out literally, because they're like, hey, white supremacy ain't supposed to affect us in this way. It's only supposed to affect the blacks that way. I think it was around like August when I made a video talking about how the unemployment rates of black people increased. And I think it was around 7% for black men and maybe 6% for black women. But like right now as a whole, we're at 8%, bro. All this shit is calculated. All this shit is planned, bro. And it's going to continue to happen to us until all the other races of people start to really feel that shit, bro. And that's the unfortunate thing about this. Like, these people lack so much empathy and don't care until something bad happens to them. And anytime black folks speak up about it, or even if white folks speak up about it, nobody cares. And until they really feel the repercussions of their votes and realize the way that they vote actually matters, shit's not gonna change. They've been doing this shit for centuries. They will constantly vote against themselves.
I wasn't really going to talk about this because it's personal and I don't think people truly care, but I lost my job. And while I'm okay for right now, I'm just thinking about the fact that so many black women in America have lost their jobs. I'm not looking for any sympathy or anything like that because I hated working there. I hated working for a company that supported a bunch of MAGA. And I put myself in a situation, to be honest with you. However, besides myself, other black people were let go. But what's most concerning to me is the fact that we're not taking this shit seriously enough. Like, what's happening is very serious, and I don't think we realize how serious it is. The national unemployment rate for America is at 4.6%. The unemployment for black Americans is at 8.3%. So nearly double. It is double. Teenage unemployment is at 16%. But black teenage unemployment is at 30%, over double. And I don't think people are truly going to understand until it actually impacts them. And it's coming. Whether you want to believe it or not, it's coming. And it's going to hit right after you spend all this money on the holidays. It's going to hit right when you least suspect it. And I don't think people are heeding to the warnings that they are being given. I pray we turn out for the midterms, because if we don't, we're signing our own death warrants.
Bureau of Labor and Statistics came out with the unemployment rate data that the Trump administration had been holding, and black unemployment is at 8.3%. For reference, the average of unemployment for all racial demographics is 4.3%. For white people and Asian people in this country, it's below 4%. But it is 8.3% for Black Americans, which is the highest that it's been since 2021, I believe. Also, want to point out that when Trump took office in January, Black unemployment was 6.2%. It has not been a full year. And I say all of this to say, and I want to tell Black people, we are being gaslit. We are being targeted, especially those of us that are high income earners. We are being systematically targeted. And the data shows that. No matter how they try to spin it, no matter how they try to make it seem like it's not as bad as it is, 8.3% unemployment is huge. And if any other racial demographic of people had unemployment rates that high, it would be national news every single day. It would. It would. But people do not care because it's Black people. 8.3% unemployment.
92% check-in. Black unemployment rate is up to 8.3. 8.3. 8.3. 8.3. Yeah, we still got people out here talking about they getting a tariff rebate check. Oh, just wait till 2026. It's going to be great. 8.3. Are y'all woke yet, America? Y'all woke? Anybody?
What you are seeing isn't accidental, it's a pattern. Black Americans are expected to survive economic hardship quietly without questions, without urgency, without support. An 8.3% unemployment rate should shake the country, but silence tells you everything you need to know about who struggles matters and whose don't. If we don't talk about it, nothing changes, and that silence is part of the problem.